All right, Alien fans, here we go. 24 hours to go until the season 1 finale of Alien Earth, and we got so many questions we're looking to resolve today. I did my preview video. You can check that out. I want to talk about some other stuff, including Alien Resurrection and Predators. Hello everyone and welcome to Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, a fan of Alien and Predator, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be talking about both of them for a long time. Very long time. Let me know your thoughts on Alien Earth and what you're hoping to see in Predator Badlands in the comments down below. We're going to get right into it. I'll be back tomorrow night with my review of Episode 8, The Real Monsters, after it airs. But until then, let's get right into this one. I want to know your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. Here we go. We could be heading for the wildest Alien vs. Predator crossover ever put to screen, while at the same time watching Boy Cavalier either ascend to godhood or crash into the jaws of the crocodile. So let's dive right in. Here's where things stand. We've got two mega corporations going head-to-head. Weyland-Yutani, the shady puppet masters we all know, and Prodigy, who are quickly emerging as a serious rival. Prodigy's been doing something unprecedented, openly experimenting on xenomorphs on Earth. That's kind of nuts.
I think they should be afraid of us.
For the first time in franchise history, humanity isn't just hiding these things in some off-world lab. They're literally keeping and experimenting on them right here at home. That's bad news bears. And here's the kicker. The Yautja, the predators, xenomorphs aren't just monsters, they're sacred prey. It's their rite of passage. For centuries, they've been dropping onto Earth, seeding arenas, using humans as hosts, then hunting xenos as proving ground. It's part of their entire culture. But if humanity actually learns to control xenos, if Wendy or Boy or Prodigy manage to bend these perfect organisms to their will, that flips the entire galaxy upside down. Humanity stops being prey. We become a bigger threat than the predators themselves. And the Yautja, they're not going to let that slide. They don't care about ruling Earth, but their code is iron. Xenos are prey, not pets, not weapons, not corporate assets. If Prodigy crosses that line, the predators will come to Earth and wipe it clean. That could literally explain why Prodigy disappears from canon. And here's how we make like Bruce Wayne and get nuts. Enter the eyeball monster. This thing attacked a Xeno point blank, no questions asked, no hesitation, game on. It wants round 2. This signified that they had a history. That means a connection. Maybe they share an origin. Maybe they've been at war for eons. Or maybe Xenos are literally designed as a weapon against the eye monster. Think about it. Xenos don't have eyes. They're immune to possession by the eyeball monster. Their acid blood would instantly burn the parasite. Now imagine this. Yautja versus Xeno versus eye monster. 3 apex predators locked in a war, and humanity stuck right in the middle. And what if the eye monsters start taking over predator hosts? Picture zombified Yautja warriors piloted by eyeball monsters. Stronger, faster, deadlier, completely fearless. This would be a nightmare to anybody in this franchise. And guess what? Prodigy's hubris might be the spark that lights this war. Boy Cavalier thinks he's unlocking immortality and power, but what he's really doing is drawing the attention of the galaxy's most dangerous hunters. And speaking of Boy Cavalier, let's talk about his arc, because the finale has been setting up for a spectacular downfall or horrifying ascension. In episode 7, Joe Herman had to put down Nibs after her rampage. Brutal but inevitable. Nibs was Rose Ellis, one of the kids Boy experimented on in his Lost Boys project, shoving children into synthetic bodies to make them immortal. We've seen Wendy evolve in one direction. She can literally communicate with Xenos. Nibs spiraled into paranoia, and when Hermit pulled that trigger, stunning her, it set the stage for Wendy's full turn. The finale trailer makes it clear Wendy doesn't see herself as human anymore. She's aligning with the aliens, potentially becoming a queen, in all but name. The one question I've had going into this is a few episodes ago, Dame Sylvia referred to Wendy as Wendy, and she said, "I'm Marcy." Since then, it almost seems like Marcy is completely vanishing as she is totally absorbing becoming Wendy. And while Wendy's evolution is terrifying, Boy is the ticking time bomb. He's been playing God, manipulating hybrids, pulling strings behind Prodigy, and now he might become the ultimate host for the Eye Monster. The Eye Monster doesn't just want prey, it wants a vessel. And he's been studying Boy since entering that sheep. Since day 1 with Boy Cavalier, the Eye Monster has been studying every move he has made with a judgmental eye, because that's what it is. but he knows every move. He's calculated every move that Boy Cavalier is going to make. And if the eye monster merges with Boy Cavalier, that's not just a villain. That's kind of almost a new species. It's a hybrid god. My thoughts heading into the finale are that Boy Cavalier is going to meet his demise, that's somehow at the hands of the plant monster we haven't seen much of yet. Now, whether the plant monster is the one who does the dirty work or has something else do the dirty work remains to be seen. But that's where I'm going right now. Part of me also thinks, though, that Boy Cavalier is going to survive, but he's going to be surrounded by nothing, and he's just going to be a broken shell of a man. This is where the long game comes in. We've always wondered why, by Alien Resurrection, Earth is basically irrelevant. It's polluted, wrecked, burned out husk. Colin Ripley literally called it a shithole. And for years, that line felt like just a throwaway piece of world building. But what if Alien Earth is the explanation? What if Prodigy's hubris triggers a chain reaction, an intergalactic war on Earth's soil that leaves the planet scorched, poisoned, and abandoned? Weyland-Yutani survives, the Xenos survive, even humanity survives in space, but Earth itself lost, destroyed, off the board. Think about it. If the finale of Alien Earth shows Wendy crowned as queen, Boy fusing with the eye monster, predators descending on the planet to wipe out Prodigy's sins, then Earth literally becomes ground zero for an apocalypse. Weyland-Yutani would cut their losses, they'd abandon Earth, rebuild their empire in the colonies, and by the time Resurrection rolls around, Earth is just a forgotten graveyard written as unsalvageable. And that would be the most poetic outcome. Boy Cavalier wanted to be Peter Pan, eternal child, master of Neverland, but instead, his arrogance becomes the ticking crocodile that dooms his own world. The Lost Boys project doesn't make him immortal, it makes Earth mortal. It puts death clock on the entire planet. So yeah, the more I think about it, the more it lines up. Alien Earth isn't just about hybrids or monsters or corporate greed. It's about the fall of Earth itself. It's about showing us the moment humanity overreaches, the predators retaliate, the ancient enemies awaken, and the homeworld becomes a wasteland. And that's how you stitch the timeline together. That's why in Resurrection, Earth is a shithole. So guys, what do you think? Will Boy Cavalier merge with the Eye Monster? Is Wendy about to become the queen of the Xenos? Are predators going to descend on Earth for the craziest crossover of all time? And most importantly, in the ultimate cage match, who wins? Predator, Xenomorph, or the Eye Monster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because we'll be debating this until the end of time, or until we're given an answer on screen. But look, I don't know if we're going to get any kind of Predator or anything, but it's lending itself to that matchup, to that team up. And everybody associated with the two franchises have said they want them to merge. We know Predator Badlands is coming, and there's a little bit of merging there that's happening with Weyland-Yutani. So we know that the breadcrumbs are there, and I feel like Alien Earth might fit into that on some level, in some degree. I don't think it's going to go full-blown Predators showing up, Eye Monster taking over necessarily at this point, but I do feel like we're getting there. I also feel like we're getting to the point where this is going to take us to what we know Earth is when we get to Alien Resurrection. Obviously, Alien Resurrection is far, far in the future from here, so it's going to take some time, but I think this is the first step in getting to Earth being a complete shithole in Alien Resurrection. So those are my thoughts. This is the last video I'm going to have before my review, which will come out right after I watch Alien Earth Episode 8, The Real Monsters. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Until next time, maybe master of your own universe.